better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so fucking sick of this shit.
Oh my God.
Okay, men, black men especially, please answer me this. Why is it that many of y'all refuse to go to curated dating events?
So I went to a singles event last night in downtown Phoenix. I had seen their events on TikTok and it looked super fun, but it was not what I thought it was gonna be.
There are two common reasons why men aren't going to dating events.
So I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend.
Ain't no desirable man going to no speed dating event.
Singles events with no men aren't a logistical failure. They're a market verdict. Men did the math on what these events cost versus what they deliver and kept arriving at the same answer. The empty chairs aren't a mystery. They're a response.
At every singles event, it's all women.
That's exactly
I don't want to do them anymore because it's so hard to get men to sign up. And I had one a few weeks ago, and one of the guys was like, please do this again. This was awesome. I'm like, I will do it again if you promise, like, get friends to come. Like, it's so hard to get guys to sign up. And he's like, no, why would I want more competition?
Yeah.
But why? Like, I guess both perspectives. Like, what do you think? But also as a guy. So if you told me when I was 27, hey, there's a singles event where there's going to be 20 to 25 really cool women, I'd be like, yeah, like, that's sick. Like, why would I not go? I go to the bar to meet the single woman.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I go to the singles event where they actually want to meet me too?
Yeah.
But as guys, why did we never go to them?
Yeah, doesn't it take away like the thing of rejection? Like,
well, my perspective was this. I feel like guys are super sensitive to get rejected. And when you go to a singles event, there's an expectation that you should hook up or you should like meet somebody.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's like, oh, well, you got rejected. And maybe if you hit on somebody there and they don't like you, it's very in your face.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get rejected at a bar, it's so like sugar coated and it's so like
kind of disappears.
You can disappear or like just pretend like something happened. You could hide.
Paying to attend a structured rejection sequence with below average odds is not a value proposition any self-aware man accepts twice. The format was broken before it started, and the attendance numbers reflect that accurately.
I saw a video of a woman saying that women need to stop saying that there are no good men out there because it just makes the patriarchy win, because then women will settle for less than they deserve because there are no good options, and that means that we have to fix them, save them, train them, make them better, whatever. Like, no man is just going to be a good man. To that I say, I think women are just realizing that we don't need to be with a man at all if most of them suck. Trying to wade through all the bad ones to find a good one is exhausting. And women are realizing that they actually just don't even need a man at all to be fulfilled in their life. Women have been told forever that we need to get married and have kids to find fulfillment in life. And I can tell you right now, some of the happiest women I know are either unmarried, child-free, or both. I do believe that there are good men out there. I know there are because I found one. He's amazing.
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Loki is doing more productive work than the event itself. The dog content is genuinely more compelling than the sales pitch for organized humiliation.
I think that right now women are realizing that we need to build a beautiful life that fulfills us and makes us happy without a man being a part of the equation at all. Once we have that, we can add a man in, and if he continues to add value to our life, continues to make us happier, continues to make us feel more safe and secure and free in our expression, amazing. But I don't think that holding men accountable for their actions and saying that men suck is going to make women settle for less. I think it's making us realize that maybe we just don't need them at all, and we can hold out until we really do find a good one instead of dealing with all the bullshit.
A man openly appreciating tall women without being shamed for it. Quietly radical in a dating landscape where male preferences are routinely treated as character defects requiring correction.
From this event, and what is wrong?
Good Lord.
With men?
She looks like an XL version of Selena Gomez.
They have lost the art of approaching. Like, if we make eye contact, we make eye contact multiple times, that is your sign. That is your sign that I am interested, that the girlies are interested, and that is your sign for you to come up to us and talk to us, because that is the okay. So like, do women have to do the approaching nowadays? Because that's not happening. If you think that's what's going to happen, that's not what's going to happen.
Men process for conclusions. Women process for connection through detail. Neither is wrong. But presenting an endless stream of detail with no discernible point to someone wired for takeaways and calling it a communication failure on his end is a misdiagnosis. Efficiency isn't indifference.
There are two common reasons why men aren't going to dating events. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Candice. This is 40 Before 40, 40 Lessons in Life and Love before my 40th birthday. So you've probably heard that there's this decline in dating app usage and rise in dating events. So much so that the big players like Bumble and Tinder are hosting dating events. And women have figured out that dating events are the place to go. So much so that female tickets often sell out within 24 hours of the tickets being released. But men haven't quite gotten round to that yet. And I've heard from men that there's two main reasons. Number one, they just haven't thought about it. They're used to swiping on a dating app. It's more convenient. Even if it's not any more successful, it just fits into their life a little bit better. But the second reason I hear the most is that men are intimidated by going to a dating event because they get rejected in real life. Why would they want to be rejected with more people at a dating event? And the opposite is true. At a dating event, everybody is single and everybody has come there alone and everybody wants to talk to somebody. So your odds of actually going up to someone and then being responsive or receptive to your conversation are much higher, and you're all there for the same reason. So guys, please, it takes a little bit of courage. It's a little bit awkward, I get it, but there are so many amazing dating events and we need you to be there.
The new friend's framing is the cope. Every woman in that room is competing for the same scarce resource and would abandon the friendship the moment a viable man walked through the door. The solidarity evaporates instantly when the stakes are real.
I better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so fucking sick of this shit.
Oh my God.
Touch a boob, buy a drink. I mean, it's like very fucking simple.
Married men getting approached at Whole Foods while their wives are present is an entire case study in the selective application of the rules. Approach etiquette apparently only flows in one direction, depending on who's doing the approaching.
So I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend. Y'all know I'm an event planner and I have a fish farm, and I advertised a fishing for love event where singles could come here and fish and have dinner and meet each other in person, not on a dating app. And 5 women RSVP'd yes, and 1 man. And even the 1 man that did RSVP did it through one of the ladies. Now, I did all of my marketing specifically towards men because I knew that the women would RSVP. I promoted the event on 45 different Facebook groups, specifically about hunting, fishing, camping, country life, and all local to my area. I know that my post reached over 12,000 people specific to the age group, the gender, and the interests that I just described. And yet, no man RSVP'd. So let's talk about why men are not RSVPing and attending these singles meet and greets. So I read something that said that men are just more spontaneous, they just want to show up, but I don't think that's true because men have no problem buying their season tickets to a football game a year in advance, being on time for their fantasy football event, being at a 7 a.m. golf tee time. So the issue must be that they're just not interested in attending these singles meet and greets. I also read that men don't really like the pressure of meeting a woman in a formal dating experience, and they prefer meeting a woman naturally, like at a bar or a concert. But like, don't we all? Now remember, I chose an event that men love doing, and I get men here every day at my farm fishing. I chose a fishing event because as an event planner, I know that I have to always have something for men to be doing. Men don't enjoy just standing around talking like women do. So that's why I chose fishing as the predominant activity. And yet they still didn't want to come. So I would love to hear from you all as to why you think men don't attend singles events. Because all I hear is them on social media talking about how lonely they are and how they all want to meet a woman and how much they hate the apps. So what do you think?
Chasing status, wealth, and fame while calling it a search for genuine connection is the foundational dishonesty driving this entire conversation. The sanctity of a real partnership starts with honest motivations, something the money-first approach structurally cannot produce.
So I went to a singles event last night in downtown Phoenix. I had seen their events on TikTok and it looked super fun, but it was not what I thought it was gonna be. Like, I swear on the TikTok that I saw was that they had you fill out a questionnaire, and at some point in the night they like grouped people into groups so that you could mingle and get to know people out of your comfort zone, whatever. That's not what happened last night. It was at Pemberton, but the bar was still open to the public, so the event was just sectioned off in half the bar. But once you got into the event area, it was just like you were at a bar. There was nothing that made it special to a singles event to help you try to get to know people besides everyone in the bar was single. But then to enjoy like Pemberton, you had to go out of the event area to get drinks. So like I paid for a ticket for like a private area of the bar, but it kind of defeated the purpose. I still had a fun night with my girls. I would highly not recommend going by yourself. There was like hundreds of people at this thing. There's no way I could have gone alone.
Men explain clearly why they don't attend. Women respond by mocking them publicly for clout, then wonder why men won't explain themselves anymore. The emotional intelligence being claimed is directly contradicted by the behavior on display. Listening was always available as an option. It just kept losing to the performance.
There's a Coles in Melbourne who announced they're doing a singles hour on Valentine's Day, and I was like, I'm single, I hate dating apps, I spend a lot of time at the grocery store, let me go find a husband. Okay, this is my outfit. Okay, there's a camera crew here. Guys, I hate this. Abort, abort. There's like a massive group of people standing at the entry. Like, you can't get in, and they give roses, and I look like a single girl who's trying really hard. So I lingered at Morning Fresh for a while because there was a hot man. He had a wedding ring on. They should have a rule that if you are married or in a relationship, you're not allowed in here for the whole hour. I don't even have a dog. If he has a dog, I would like that. So I just hung out in the dog section for a while. It's empty. He's hot, but he's wearing a wedding ring. Tragic. I need cheese, and I don't want to be on camera. I just need some soft cheese. We are in the drinks aisle, and there are 4 women. There are 2 men down here, but they look quite old. There was a very attractive man. I smiled at him, and he looked the other way. So that was fun. So that was humbling. I may not have found a man or even been given a rose from Coles, but I do have donuts, flowers, and a matcha. So I'm the real winner. Am I a bit bummed? Mostly that I didn't get a rose, and then I felt invisible. But I feel invisible in the dating world 100% of the time. So it's not really anything different, but it does hit different when it comes from a grocery store. So
ain't no desirable man going to no speed dating event. I don't know who need to hear that, but before y'all keep wasting y'all money and time going to these speed dating events, don't do it if you expecting men that you would actually want to be there, because they're not. If there are any men there at all, they're definitely not going to be the type of man that you would want. They're going to be undesirable, but they won't be actual top tier, attractive men with things going for themselves. You know why? Because if a man is actually desirable, why would he need to come to a speed dating event? He wouldn't. Desirable men get women constantly, whether it's walking out the house, going to the store, going to the gym, going to school. They don't have a problem in the woman department. See, y'all having a problem in the men department, which is why you're at a speed dating event. But these men are not having an issue with women when they're desirable. They don't have a problem getting girls. You have a problem getting men. And that's something that you need to work on. But as far as going to these speed dating events and thinking that you're going to meet actual men that you would want, they're not going to be there. You'll be good if you even get any men there at all, even the ones that nobody wants.
Every organic success story happens at the gym, through mutual friends, or at work. Contexts where people interact naturally over time without a structured format and a name tag. The conclusion writes itself. Genuine connection doesn't survive artificial environments designed around speed and pressure.
Okay, men, Black men especially, please answer me this. Why is it that many of y'all refuse to go to curated dating events? I'm talking about events where the vibes are already set, the ambiance is right, the music is good, the drinks are flowing. You're basically guaranteed to meet somebody who's actually interested in you and is serious about dating. You're pretty much set up to win.
I haven't made a video about dating in well over a month because frankly, I'm tired of talking about it. But I came across this video and something compelled me to speak on it. Maybe the algorithm will pick this up for Valentine's Day week. This video is an outstanding example of women either asking questions about men in bad faith, asking questions in good faith but presuming the wrong things, or talking to men in a condescending way that feels good for the girlies but is so off-putting to men. To be clear, a number of men do that when talking about women for sure, but this video ain't about that, so let's break this one down. The vibes are right, the ambience is set. For who? Around this time last year, there was a black woman who talked about how she and her friends organized a singles event and no men showed up. And I reacted to her video asking, did you ask men what they wanted? Or did you just talk to your girlfriends? And to clarify for those who didn't watch my video, I didn't say that these events had to conform 100% to what men wanted. But if you're leaving them out of the planning and marketing process, your chances of bringing them in is going to drop. Because a lot of women presume to know what men want and they don't know as much as they think they do. Now, I don't know what kind of events this lady goes to, but most of the events that I went to last year had an imbalance of too many men or too many women. The last event I went to, men outnumbered women 3-1. Either way, a lot of men report that they get ignored, especially by women they're attracted to. I've certainly experienced that. Paying people to get ignored is less humiliating and depressing when you're doing it on the dating apps as opposed to doing it in person.
So my question is it that dating events like this require a certain type of intention and vulnerability, and the patriarchy taught you that pursuing connection with effort somehow makes you less masculine or something? Because the patriarchy told y'all that you're supposed to just stumble into love and not actually prepare for it? Because we see how that's turning out.
This is where this video really went downhill for me. Condescending to the other side is not gender exclusive, but it's a terrible strategy that we need to leave behind in 2025. I've unfortunately participated in this and I'm trying to work on that. But this whole, is it just patriarchy that you need to unlearn in order to try, is just, I'll be charitable and incomplete analysis. Plenty of guys have tried, failed, rinse and repeat, and they're tired. I'm tired. And as a doctor of anything remotely touching psychology, counseling, or whatever this lady says that she is, it's scientifically proven that this approach of condescension and shame is a poor motivator. Yet she's employing it. What does that say about you? I ask, who is this video really for? I'm still wondering if this is rage bait or if she's really being genuine. That goes for a number of videos from women over the last few years. Men aren't men anymore. Men are just little boys. Men are trying to be women now. Men are such... Are you venting or are you trying to convince? Because people who make dating content, man or woman, don't know the difference. And clearly looking at the dating landscape and statistics, that strategy is not working. Furthermore, I find it so ironic that some of these women are trying to fight patriarchy, yet their approach to talking to men on this app is this tough love approach that is a product of, say it with me, patriarchy. Men, I would love for you to share in the comments, how would you like to be talked to in order to be convinced to try dating again, let alone go to singles events? Please keep it respectful, and I'll see you later. Peace.
Mentioning stay-at-home motherhood and homeschooling at a speed dating event would indeed clear the room faster than a fire alarm. The fact that a completely traditional and historically normal preference has become a social ejection trigger explains precisely why men with those values stopped showing up to these events. The absence of men at singles events isn't complicated, and it doesn't require competing explanations. Men with options don't need the format. Men without options have learned the format brutalizes them. The women crying about empty chairs helped create the conditions that emptied them through public ridicule, impossible standards, and zero reciprocity. Until the experience of showing up is worth the cost of attending, the chairs stay empty, and the post-event complaint videos keep getting made. Thanks for watching MGTOW Voice. Show us your love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Support us and help spread awareness for men around the world. We welcome a healthy debate and discussion. So feel free to comment and share your thoughts.